So, tell me brother. Tell me sister. When we have to grant the power again, as a blank check, to one of the two faces of the same coin, to the same people who dug this grave in which we are now being buried. Tell me, what will the excuse be when everything starts happening all over again? You accept the social degradation because you never knew anything else, while your heart withers a little each day, drowned in the apathy which takes hold of you and thinks that nothing will ever change but wishes that everything be destroyed. Your very cells yells you that life cannot be simply work and more work, in order to buy a new high-definition TV. You have become so compliant that your whole life is down to watching an online movie on Sunday night, because you cannot afford much more. In the best of cases you have someone close to share a blanket. The bills keep on piling up, and you have enough with mortgage, if you can still afford that. Worst of all, you still haven't understood that they are even going to take the damn badly recorded movie away from you. Worst of all is that you will to turn on the TV again, to watch that rubbish you can't even choose, while no one is telling you that your basic rights have been dumped in the ditch. You're screwed because you cannot face the future with dignity, and they will use that fear to leave you naked like a poor fool. It's called shock. You're a fucking scared sheep, and sharing time has come. If you're lucky, and you were not born too late, you have known clean air and clear rivers. Congratulations! You were part of the last generation that had an opportunity to have a real childhood. So there you are, in front of your TV, watching as everything is bye. Terrorism, wars, or human beings making money thanks to your hormonal revolution. Haven't you had enough? Turn off the fucking TV. Dive into the sea of information. Look out there. Can't you hear the echoes from the squares? Can't you see the changes flowing in the veins of every city? Feel the distant explosions. Cry for all the dead. Stock up the fire rising against dictatorships that seemed immutable. Take to the streets and fight. Flap your wings. Unleash mayhem. Maybe you have forgotten what we are. We are human beings. We rise like the phoenix from the ashes of empires. We refuse to perish and demonstrate our strength throughout millennia. Although the boot of totalitarianism tries to crush our dreams, we set fire to the world, time after time, craving for equality, freedom and justice. So much so that we managed to forge ahead after the world wars that shaped and defined the 20th century. Brothers, sisters, have you forgotten that this is our home? The home of humanity has no owners, nor borders. We are the sum, the fruit of our cultures over time, descendants of those who made possible what the rest considered utopian. We fought many times throughout history for the honor and respect of our own kind. We are the only possible future, the amalgam that makes us invincible. Those short-sighted people, obsolete nationalists of all sorts who classify us according to lines or dates, territories or governments, have forgotten that ours is an immortal soul that always wins, sooner or later, despite the difficulty of the challenge or the expectations of our enemies. We never gave up, we are still here. Politicians, plutocrats. They think we were weak. Maybe even many of you have believed that everything is lost already. But today I suggest you have a look around. Do you really think that your peers are weak? Do you think the father who goes ahead against all odds or the mother who fights for her children despite discrimination is weak? Do you think those who had to leave to get ahead because there was no future at home are weak? Do you think those who came from even worse situations and are fighting against intolerance and harassment by working are weak? Do you really think this race, which came out of the darkest ages and is still fighting a plutocracy aimed at keeping everything the same, is weak? Maybe many of you are scared and disoriented, but many others will support you. Damn it. We are human beings. We are not reality shows and hamburgers. We are not the Middle East conflict, nor the last fucking game of the season. We are humanity, a melting pot with an experience going back eons, the species that can make his dreams come true. To the privileged few who believe they can shut us up forever, we say, you should be packing. Every day you have less and less credibility. The only possible change travels at the speed of light, born again in the voice of hundreds of millions throughout the world. We understood your trick. We know that you have used ideologies as a smokescreen so that we fight each other. You are fooling less and less people. We've had enough, and maybe turning off the badly recorded movies would be the absurd trigger that will help us show how far you have gone. We are the cheated generation of the species who never believed in the impossible. Politicians, plutocrats, do you really think you can win the battle for our own future? You are very wrong. Expect us. Whatever happened, we have learned to rise up. We are the 99%. We are humanity. And we do not know the meaning of defeat.